Alright, I had a script for this. It's not going well. But I just wanted to fucking update that finishing games is fucking hard. I don't know what I even like about single player games anymore. Like the world and stories are usually pretty cool. And like the main characters are pretty cool. And final bosses are pretty cool, but I never even get to that part, so it doesn't matter. And like in recent years, I think I've finished maybe 4 games total, despite buying a ton. It's gigantic waste of money. It's disgusting. And whenever I ask people about like why they don't finish games, it's always I have no time, and it's like you just bought a game though. Like finish the old one. The game loses its hype though. It's like I don't know what that even got to do. That shit's so fire. The game is too hard. Yeah, that's fair actually. I suck too. You know, there were a couple contenders for like the first chapter, but for love and like the community, I can only think of a couple games. And one that I'm really, really sad I didn't beat in particular is Borderlands 2. I never 100%ed it. It is probably one of the most beloved games I've ever fucking heard of ever. People still play it a decade plus a year after it came out. In 2023 for September, Gearbox dropped a bunch of loot keys to celebrate the 11th anniversary and the new release of Pandora's Box, which is every single game and DLC to ever drop in Borderlands. That's fucking dope. Borderlands 2 pretty much made the looter shooter genre. Honestly, I can't think of anyone else who made it besides maybe Borderlands 1, but that doesn't count. It's the same. Shut up. Shut up. I still watch some clips of Borderlands 2, and it's still one of the funniest things in the world. Handsome Jack and Claptrap are probably two of the best characters ever made. It's a real shame that I never really beat it. And if you haven't beaten the game yourself, I fucking please play this game. It is a gem. I mean, the characters are amazing. I mean, the main cast, you got a JoJo reference. You got fucking Long Torbjorn. She will give you uppies. He wants uppies. We got Short King. We got Easy Mode. The best character in the game. People pretend he's funny. People pretend he's not. People pretend she's hot. People pretend she's not. Ugh, I have recorded this part like 4 fucking different times and I can't speak words. I can't read. I'm gonna stop reading. I'm just gonna do this off the fucking dome. The Binding of Isaac, right? It's a roguelike. When you die, you go back to the beginning. And when you don't die, you won. Congratulations, you did something. I tried like 8 different jokes to get this to work, so this is just like the fucking car mod, okay? It's really funny, just trust. Essentially, the gameplay loop is gonna end up being you play this character and you beat this boss and you get this item. You do that a couple times and then you beat the game outside of challenges, outside of all these other mechanics that the game has. I'm not making them up, I promise. I promise. Right. There are 12 final bosses designated by the completion marks and 17 characters total, each with a tainted side, meaning if you did every completion mark on all 34 characters in the Binding of Isaac, you would still have to do over 400 winning runs of the game. Assuming you are the newest incarnation of fucking Morshu and you never lose a run at over 30 minutes an attempt, you could have all of the marks done in about 300 hours and you still would not have all the items in the game. After doing the minimal amount of research, it seems that most of the community 100%s the game at around the 500-hour mark, assuming that they did all the secrets and all the endings, and they started with a fresh save file, and that their newborn baby enchanted with stupid 3 because they fucking suck. And if you thought you were done at the first save file, this game has 3. And if you want to infinity complete the game, you have to do all that 2 more times. Are you fucking serious? Yeah, needless to say, I was enchanted as a newborn and haven't even unlocked the tainted characters with around 200 hours of playtime. Eventually I'll get to it, but not right now. Right. Dark Souls 3. This is usually the game I recommend babies when they want to play big boy games. Dark Souls 3 is probably the easiest of the main trilogy, but for me, it's the only one with a chance in hell for new players to beat. This is because you can go through the entirety of Dark Souls 3 without needing a YouTuber to hold your hand, as long as you follow one simple rule. Raw broadsword. This little guy right here can beat every boss in the game as long as you meet the measly requirements of 10 dex and 10 strength. You can stop worrying about your build. With the raw broadsword strat, you can have any build you want. You want to be fat? Raw broadsword. You want to be a nerd? Raw broadsword. You want to be a Tibetan monk gowned in nothing but the underwear of a nun with a fucking ice scythe? Raw broadsword. Strength or dex? Raw broadsword. Just swap your weapon whenever you get the new weapon. It's simple. It's super easy. Now you don't even gotta worry about if the game is possible to beat. Just play it. Dark Souls 3 is an amazing experience, and I promise you, you might have fun. I'm gonna be honest, it's kind of hard. Honestly, I could have made a separate video with each game in mind, but this was more of a timestamp for when I would start going back and finishing the games that have been collecting dust in my library. I think I'm going to start streaming Dark Souls once I first get my way into this, and then maybe work my way to Borderlands. And I hope I see you, and if I don't, I'll be under your bed.